What's up, YouTube? Welcome back. So, Ayesha Curry is at it again. This time, she's talking about how she doesn't feel, quote unquote, black enough. All right. So, I'm going to read this article that was posted on BET.com. The article is pretty short and straight to the point. Um, and as well, I'm just going to kind of read the part of the article that deals with the black identity issue here. All right. So Ayesha opened up about the moment her daughters expressed some doubt about their racial background. All right. So her daughters, Ayesha has two daughters and a son. And her daughters apparently have expressed some um, maybe slightly anti black sentiments, perhaps. So she says that, quote unquote, they're fair in complexion, and they've said, I'm not black. Look at my skin. She remembered of her girls referring to their skin tones. So her girls are saying that they're not black, and they're young, they're like kids. I don't know their ages, but I'm pretty sure they're like toddlers, probably. So, Ayesha saw this as the perfect opportunity to educate her children on the black identity and on their black identity, you know, as Ayesha sees it. So, quote unquote, Ayesha said, no, 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 you're a black woman. You have melanin. It's part of who you are. Our descendants are from Africa. This is what that means. And then she says, it's been a journey teaching them that, and that black comes in many different shades. Right? We on that again, right? Like you see, she's like, you're a black woman. Mind you, these women, these girls are like girls. They're kids, not women, not yet. So that's a little weird too. Um, so then she goes on, or the article goes on to say, though the mother of three, Ayesha, who has a Jamaican and Chinese mother and a Polish and African American father, is clearly aware of her blackness, she admitted that she sometimes does not feel welcome in the African American community. Uh-oh. See, black folks, y'all not welcome in Ayesha. What's up with that? Why y'all being shaded at Ayesha for? Quote unquote, my own community needs to embrace everyone better, she said. Sometimes I feel like I'm too black for the white community, but not black enough for my own community. That's a hard thing to carry. All right. So right here, I kind of want to give some little of my personal opinion here. Okay. And this has been brought up before, but I'll bring it up again. Some people say that it's not, you know, black people, as in like monoracial, brown skin, dark skin, black people's job to make, biracial, I guess, slash light skinned, mixed biracial folks feel black. And, that's definitely an argument. Also, I do feel it's a bit kind of odd that it's like, oh, the black community should embrace black people or lighter skinned folks or mixed race folks more. But it's like, are they putting that same expectation and obligation on their non-white heritages communities? You know, like is she saying that, oh, white people, you should embrace mixed and biracial people more? Is that an argument that's being made? I don't think I ever hear that argument being made. At most, I just hear them making the argument to just acknowledge mixed people as being mixed and biracial, not just black. usually that's the argument. I never heard a mixed or biracial person make the argument that they're white because they know they can't make that argument. They'll make the argument and say that they're black, but they because they know they can kind of get away with that, you know. Um, and just an FYI for the record, because I know some people gonna probably try and come at me. All right, I'm not mixed. I'm not biracial. Okay, I am light skinned. A light skinned African American. Right. You know, the lineages on both sides of my family traces back to the African American experience, culture, and as well as the slavery experience within America, the United States as well. And as well, I don't have a problem with anybody who is biracial. I don't have a problem with biracial people or mixed people. I don't dismiss mixed people and biracial folks from blackness unless they dismiss themselves from blackness. Again, this is just me. This is how I personally think. I'm not saying that other people should think the way that I do. I'm just saying this is my thought process on this subject. Okay. But some people kind of felt like Ayesha is kind of just complaining a bit too much. Right? Like you just complain a little bit too much, Ayesha. Like, is it not enough to be an exotical, a well-kept exotical? I guess not. I guess not. It shows you that you can have so much but feel like you don't really have enough. You really can. It's oftentimes it's not completely like what you have. It's like how satisfied are you with what you have? Because you can have like so much but not feel satisfied. While you can have so little but oddly enough feel satisfied with it. So that's a life lesson there too. You know. And I actually had got that from Monique. She had mentioned that one time, and I was like, yeah, that does. That's something that kind of resonated with me and stayed with me. And she had mentioned it when she was speaking to her then friend Kim Whitley, because Kim Whitley was like, oh, you have everything, and I don't have anything, or something like that. And then Monique had corrected her and said, that she doesn't have everything, but she's just satisfied with what she has. But back to subject. Ayesha and her feeling a lack of blackness. Does Steph Curry feel the same way? I don't think so. But then, honestly, I feel like Steph Curry would have perhaps more of a reason to feel like the same way, considering how, sometimes, folks can be a little shady towards Steph Curry. But again, he's kind of like, in the situation that he's in, he's kind of like, you know, quote unquote, kind of like the odd one out, or stepping on, brown skin and dark skinned men's toes, kind of like in their spot. And, they're feeling a little shady. Well, not feeling shady, but they're feeling some type of a way about that, which then leads to them, kind of like being a bit shady towards Steph Curry at times. But oddly enough, I don't think Steph probably feels that way. I don't think so. But it would be more reasonable if he had that feeling. But I think Steph just knows and understands, how colorism works, and he knows how, some darker skinned dudes function, you know. So he could probably just, be the bigger person about it and just not let it affect him as much. But, when it comes to Ayesha, it may be a little different because, the light skinned mixed biracial women aren't used to being treated that way. Right? They're not. They're kind of used to more of the welcome mat being rolled out for them. Right? Right? Y'all know it's true. But it's interesting though that this, Ayesha had this thought process, and this and has been very vocal. Well, she's been expressing her thoughts a bit much lately, you know. And she goes on to say, admitting that it has been, quote unquote, a journey for her to fully embrace who she is. She stressed that, above all, I want my girls to understand who they are and to love it, you know. So, you know, that's interesting. Um, but I want to jump back to something that I mentioned earlier in the video, which is, you know, it's not brown skin and dark skin monoracial black people's job to make light skin mixed and biracial folks feel, you know, quote unquote black enough. All right. Could we flip this around a little bit and say, is it light skin mixed and biracial people's jobs, you know, who identify as black and who consider themselves to be black and in the black community, right? Would it be, or is it their jobs to make brown skin and dark skin people feel, well, like to help with self-esteem issues that may happen, right? Due to, say, colorism. Like when it comes to colorism, it kind of breaks down where it's like, you know, the light skinned mixed biracial people suffer from like identity issues, right? This is kind of like why, you know, Ayesha saying that she doesn't feel black enough, right? Then we have the flip side when it's the darker skinned folks, and it tends to break down as in like self-esteem issues, where it seems like, you know, their feelings of self-worth and, you know, perhaps how society may treat them, or like perhaps like the black community may treat them, shit, when it comes to, you know, black features, right? So where I'm getting at with this is like, if you're a light skinned mixed biracial person and you're feeling that brown skin mixed brown skin and dark skin folks should make you feel more a part of the community, right? Then should it be your obligation as a light skinned mixed biracial person to help, and to help foster an environment, and to help, you know, brown skin, dark skin folks with perhaps self-esteem issues, right? Since they're helping you with your identity issues, should you help them when it comes to their self-esteem issues that, you know, could stem from colorism? I'm just putting that out there. Because I think on one hand, if you're expecting something from somebody, then you kind of should give them something in return, you know, unless they owe you. Because I don't think it's owed to them in this case, though. Um, you know, but if you're not expecting something, then you don't have to give anything, right? Because you're not expecting anything and you're not getting anything, right? I just wanted to put that out there, you know, because I do think that we as a community should be kind of more like uplifting of each other and helpful, and, you know, fostering environments for each other where, you know, folks don't feel like they're not black enough and folks don't feel like they're not, you know, good enough. We should, you know, just as like decent human beings, we should, but we know that that's not how things play out, unfortunately. Before I go, I kind of want to speak on one more thing. I'm going to bring up Tiny. Tiny as in, you know, from the group Escape and T.I.'s wife. That Tiny, all right? I feel like she has never, ever kind of went down this road. Oddly enough. I don't know why. You know, it's a little interesting. I've never seen her go down this road before. Like, I don't feel black enough. You know, I think Tiny is sort of like a bit of an anomaly in a way. She really is. If you really break it down, she kind of is. For one, it's like she, you know, I don't want to be shady with this, but she's probably not like, she doesn't fit into the, you know, the biracial girl stereotype, you know, the beautiful biracial girl stereotype, right? Like she can't really live up to that stereotype, right? And I think that may perhaps have played a factor in some things in a good way, you know. But yeah, she can't really live up to the hype of being a biracial female. All right. She married, and you know, her long-term boo and her husband was Ti, a light-skinned dude. All right. So that's a bit of an anomaly there too. Um, Also, she seems to really get along with black women, brown skin and dark skinned black women. A bit of an anomaly that can kind of go both ways. So I think, you know, yeah, a little bit. But I'm going to count that. You know, she seems to get along well. She has like a brown skinned daughter, Zanique, too. You know. Um, I've never heard her kind of lash out against or say anything shady towards like brown skin or dark skinned women. You know, even though brown skin and dark skinned women have probably said some shady things towards her, but Tiny, I don't think she's ever really said anything that was colorist towards brown skin or dark skinned women. But I applaud her for that. Even though they probably have came for her on occasions. But there's also some times when they perhaps have defended her on occasions. So perhaps maybe it's just um, a payoff, not a payoff, but it balances out, perhaps, right? Um, and yeah, and as a basic, I'll say basic, as a basic average um, light skinned mixed biracial woman, she was kind of like able to win. Kind of, I don't even know. And she was able to win with a light skinned man. Listen, um, a bit of an anomaly there. Um, um, but you still notice, even still, Tiny does kind of still, I think, suffer from some sort of a feeling of inadequacy. It may stem from the fact that she is criticized a lot for her looks. It may um, stem from the fact that maybe she doesn't feel like she fits into you know, the stereotype of what a biracial woman should look like and be like. Because she has changed her eye color. I think she has been rumored to have a nose job. She got her butt done. Um, you know, um, and probably some other things too. But yeah, like even still, it's like it's not enough. So that's something to think about too. You know, sometimes being an exotical just isn't enough, right? But I'm going to bring this video to a close. So thanks for watching. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Until the next video, adios and goodbye for now.